Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday, it is now a part of history. I was hoping to continue unraveling the marvels that history has presented to us today. However, I imagine your ability to concentrate has been spectacularly derailed by my midterm. I suppose changing things up for fun and variety may be a good idea every now and then. So, allow me to tell you an old fairy tale that has been passed down in Paldea for generations. Once upon a time, there was a king who very much enjoyed collecting treasure. He was particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day, a merchant from the east heard rumors of this king and came to meet him. The merchant laid out 4 treasures in front of the treasure-loving king. The 4 treasures were as follows: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leaped for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 of the treasures for himself. Perfect timing to make eye contact, young Juliana. Answer me this. I said that one of the treasures was a set of tablets. What do you think these tablets were? Correct. Your daily pursuit of knowledge serves you well. These particular tablets were wooden and used as a writing medium in the East in ancient times. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper became more universally available. For the king to consider these paper substitutes treasures, they must have been of superb quality. That, or perhaps they had some amazingly profound teachings written on them. So the king obtained these 4 treasures, and on that very night, it is said that a terrible disaster rained down upon his castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. Is it that time already? I wasn't done with my story. But alas, so ends today's lesson. If you are interested in how the story ends, you may come see me outside class hours. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday, it is now a part of history. Today, we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. I trust that you all remember our lesson before the midterm exam concerning the great crater of Paldea and its interior, Area Zero. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its depths. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was the Area Zero Expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kinds. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was an author and brilliant natural historian, Heath. After returning from the expedition to Area Zero, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. Perfect timing to make eye contact, young Juliana. Let's see if you were paying attention. What was the name of the team that first made it to the deepest reaches of the Great Crater? Correct. To pick up on and remember a term I simply slipped into the flow of the lecture. You really are quite the clever one. The correct name of this team was the Area Zero Expedition. The record of their activities, written by the expedition member Heath, can be found in bookstores and the like even today. This record is now known as the Scarlet Book. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area Zero. The Scarlet book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical descriptions and illustrations of things that could never be thought of as real. The masses began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The Scarlet book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores as just another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy of one on the bookshelves on the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. Is it that time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. We will unravel more of history's enigmas together next time. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday, it is now a part of history. Today is our last class. So, I would like to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us one last time. In our last class, I taught you about the Area Zero expedition of 200 years ago, correct? Alas, 200 years is not that long ago. Not that long ago at all. How unfortunate that our history lessons must march so inexorably towards the future. Would it not be more of an adventure to march toward the past instead? To start from our present and study history in reverse? So, you agree with me, do you, Juliana? However, I'm afraid I risk incurring the wrath of our dear director if I stray from the curriculum. I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of time carry us towards the future. In this last class of ours, I shall fill your minds with the history of the terastral phenomenon. The technology behind Terra orbs has its origins in Area Zero. Even after the Area Zero expedition supposedly reached the crater's deepest depths, others continue to explore that area. And around 140 years ago, Pokémon cloaked in a mysterious light were discovered there. As you may have already guessed, these were, in fact, terastalized Pokémon. However, when those who discovered these Pokémon brought them out of Area Zero, the light faded, and the terastral phenomenon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, I might as well be present day, a certain someone you have definitely heard of unraveled this mystery. Aha! Perfect timing to make eye contact, young Juliana. Answer me this. What is the name of the famous professor who unraveled the terastral phenomenon mystery? Correct! To think that you, a new transfer of our academy, could correctly answer this question. You must be very diligent in your studies. Approximately 10 years ago, a professor named Sada unraveled the mystery of the terastral phenomenon. She discovered that the shining crystals down in Area Zero, or rather, the energy they emit, is what causes Pokémon to terastalize. This led the professor to invent Terra Orb technology and to develop a practical use for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokémon League and our academy. Rumor has it that Detective Clavel was one of the researchers on the professor's team. Alas, this story is much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. Modern history truly is dull, isn't it? Thus ends my history classes. Our next session will be our final exam. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds in preparation. Greetings, my little students. It is time for our final examination. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark recesses of your minds and answer the questions. What is the area within the great crater of Paldea called? A. The core area. B. Area 0. C. The crater area. How many years ago was this academy founded? A. 805 years ago. B. 806 years ago. C. 807 years ago. Which of these did not appear in the Paldean fairy tale about the four treasures? A. A vessel. B. A folding fan. C. A set of tablets. D. A set of beads. Which Area 0 expedition member wrote the record of the team's activities? A. Leaf. B. Thief. Or C. Heath. How many years ago did Professor Sada invent Terra Orbs? A. 20 years ago. B. 15 years ago. Or C. 10 years ago. Your time is up. Put your writing utensils down. You must excuse that last question. It is too shallow and ridiculous to be on a history test. But alas, the director forced me to include it. So ends our final examination. You may ask for your scores at the school's front desk.
It feels great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams and 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. Let's see how you did on your history test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score. Congratulations. Miss Raifort asked us to give this reward to any student who passed the exam. Keep doing your best.